Question 40. Consider the following statements. Statement 1. The Supreme Court of India has held in some judgments that the reservation policies made under the Article 16.4 of the Constitution of India would be limited by Article 335 for maintenance of efficiency of administration. Statement 2. Article 335 of the Constitution of India defines the term efficiency of administration. Which one of the following is correct in respect of the above statements? So 4 options are given, standard options. Both statement 1 and 2 are correct and statement 2 is the correct explanation. Both statement 1 and 2 are correct, statement 2 is not the correct explanation. Statement 1 is correct but statement 2 is incorrect. Statement 1 is incorrect but statement 2 is incorrect. All such 4 standard options are given. So it is a question from the concept, polity concept question. So you see there is some current affairs aspect to it. I have cited 2 sources. So we will just see the sources before explaining how to approach this question. So this is the question, the news that appeared on Hindu on May 30, 2022. So it's during our preparation phase. So reservation in public employment. So Jarnail Singh judgment authored by Justice Rohinton Nariman indicates a critical turn in the jurisprudence of reservation. So that is what it's saying. So here again it's mentioning about Article 16.4 and which was mentioned in the question. I'm not going through the entire article, but let me just take the okay. So as you can see, it's talking about different cases that was concerned with the reservation, how much reservation can be given and what is the criteria. All that is being discussed here. So surprisingly, Article 335 that was not mentioned, that is not mentioned anywhere in this article. So but again, the reason why I showed this is reservation in public employment and concerned articles and all that was in news during that time. That is one reason why this question came. So if you see scheduled caste welfare in India, Wikipedia is one good source that you could depend to read anything that is connected to government, constitution, all that, welfare of people, all that. Wikipedia is a very authentic, dependable source. So here if you see, Article 335 provides the claims of the members of scheduled caste and scheduled tribes shall be taken into consideration consistently with the maintenance of efficiency of administration in the making of appointments to service post and in connection with the affairs of the union. It is mentioned clearly here. So if you see Article 3, it's a long article, I'm not going through it. What I'm saying is, as far as scheduled caste welfare is concerned, these two, the points that was mentioned in the question are important and you should be aware of such points. So that is the importance of this points. I'm saying, as I was saying, there is some dynamic, so there was some news connected to it. That is one reason you should be focusing this area, and all these articles were mentioned there. So that is the dynamic part of this question. But again, I would say this is again a concept question from polity, and you could answer this question entirely from the static portion or the notes you have prepared. To explain that, I will show you the notes also. So if you see, this is my note, and in the note if you see, there was a section which was saying directives to the state outside the part 4. Why that is important? Because part 4 is what directive principle of state policies is, but in constitution, outside the part 4, there are some directives to the states and center, which I have mentioned here in this section in the note. So if you see claims of SC/STs to the services, Article 335, it appears in Part 16. It's not in Part 4. So this Part 16, if you see, the claims of the members of SC and ST shall be taken into consideration consistently with the maintenance of efficiency of administration in the making of appointments to services and posts in connection with the affairs of Union of a state, provided that nothing in this article shall prevent in making of any provisions in favor of SC and ST for relaxation in qualifying marks in any examination or lowering the standard of evaluation or reservation in matters of promotion to any class or classes of service. So there are some exceptions, but again, maintenance of efficiency of administration should be taken into consideration is one important point. Then it also mentions nothing in this should prevent from making some considerations also. So all these are mentioned in here. So this is an important article that could be considered as a directive to state, which is appearing outside the Part 4. So similarly, two other directives are also mentioned, which is one is instruction in mother tongue for linguistic minority, then development of Hindi language. These are two directives. You could read if you want. I'm not going through the entire thing, but my point is this Article 335 and what it is about was all mentioned in the static notes. So if you come back to the question, the Supreme Court of India has held in some judgments that reservation policies made under Article 16(4) of the Constitution of India would be limited by Article 335 for maintenance of efficiency of administration. So there is a good chance if you knew Article 335 deals with Article 335 has that content, that is the maintenance of efficiency of administration. There are good chances that in certain cases the court must have mentioned that as a limiting criteria. So and Article 16(4) was already in news connected to the reservation policies. So as I showed you the Hindu news article. So given you have both the knowledge, you could easily say this statement is true. Though statement 1 is true. And if you look at the statement 2, Article 335 of the Constitution of India defines the term efficiency of administration. This is clearly wrong. It mentions the term efficiency of administration, but it does not define what the efficiency of administration means. So it's a vague term. It is left for the interpretation of the courts, and whenever that comes up, they will see what efficiency of administration means. So there is no clear definition of the term efficiency of administration. So that makes this statement wrong. So if you knew what Article 335 was and what do you mean by defining the term efficiency of administration, then you could have easily said statement 2 is wrong. Again, you should realize just mentioning the words efficiency of administration is not same as defining the words efficiency of administration. One example could be if you have say there is a word called cabinet. So there is a mention of a word cabinet in the Constitution. Say I'm giving you a hypothetical an example. It may not be true, I'm just saying it. So there is a word cabinet, but if someone asks, if two statements are given, there is a mention of word cabinet in the Constitution. The word cabinet finds a mention in Constitution. If that is one statement, then second statement will be the word cabinet is defined in the Constitution. So these two are two separate statements. If the word cabinet is just mentioned, that does not mean Constitution defines the word cabinet. Otherwise, Constitution should specifically mention what a cabinet means. So that is what definition means. So I just want to make a clarity on that. So again, all these are nuances that you should pick while you are learning polity. If you feel it, these are all complex, don't worry. Like once you start learning polity through Lakshmikant, you will pick up all these nuances and it will be all familiar to you. So that is question 40. So I'll be moving to the next question.